on, guys? Cody here with EJ8 Build. Thanks for tuning into the channel. And guys, we are getting that much closer to being able to turn this car finally boosted. So today we're going to do a few more things to be able to get it that much closer. We are going to be doing the oil feed. We're also going to be running the vacuum to the wastegate and the turbo and the boost controller. And also going to be drilling the compressor housing to be able to get the boost reference from the front compressor housing. So that and a few other little things, that way we can get it just closer to turning on, and hopefully next video we'll be able to start the car and actually take it on a drive. So let's do it.
Alright, so right now we're gonna go to the oil pressure sensor and going to get it off. Alright guys, so we just got the oil pressure sensor off, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure this screws onto the T, because I saw that some people got T's and it wasn't the right thread. This is the BSPT. So what we're gonna do is we have the T that goes from BSPT to MPT, so we can screw. There's a lot of T's and BT's, so I'm gonna show you what T is and how it configures. So this would be the setup. So instead of the thread going in from the oil pressure sensor, you have, hold on, you have this end going into the block, and then of course you connect the oil pressure sensor as such, and then from up here we're going to be connecting that to the oil feed of the turbo. Dash 4 AN, by the way, which is a little bit bigger than Dash 3 for those of you who don't know. All right, so have it tightened down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in the sensor and put in the AN fitting and start running the line out. All right, so I went ahead and put some Teflon tape on the AN fitting. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on now, get the oil line ran. We can finish up what's going on the oil feed. Okay, so before tightening it down, I ran the oil feed line to make sure everything was okay. So it was cutting it close, but it does connect right there. So that is our guy. It comes up, comes over here, and then honestly it's about perfect, so we'll be able to go boom right onto the turbo down there. So go ahead and tighten down the AN fitting, and then looks like we're good with oil feed. For those of you who are trying to do this and don't want to take off the intake manifold to really move any brackets, I didn't have to unbolt anything, but what I did have to use, let me show you. Use this ratchet. It's a little bit long, but it's a 1/2" drive with a swivel head to a deep 24mm to be able to get on and off the sensor. For the block I had, it was a 22mm, but what I did is I tightened the sensor onto the T as tight as I could on the vise, and then I used the 22mm to tighten it onto the actual block. So definitely without this I would not have been able to do it. I tried with multiple other tools, different sizes. I think technically it's supposed to be a 15/16, but 24mm with a swivel 1/2" drive. It takes, you have to do it like little cranks at a time, but it works. I mean, I'm cut up and stuff, but on the things. Alright guys, so we have the turbo off currently, and what we have to do is we have to tap this part of the turbo, and pretty much for those who don't know, that is so we will be able to get a boost reference up the front. So when we route the boost controller, it'll go between the wastegate and boost controller, and here are going to be the triangle of pieces. So let's go ahead and get this tapped, and then I'll go ahead and explain how the triangle works pretty much. So we just tapped the thread for the 8th MPT barb. That way we can run the boost controller. The size bit you're supposed to use is an R size bit, but we didn't have one. So what we ended up using is a 5/16 bit, and then just got this off of Amazon. It's a 8th MPT, as you can see there. Worked like a charm, screws in pretty well. So go ahead and clean it out and then put it back on the turbo. Okay, so the wastegate's on for mock-up. So pretty much how the vacuum's gonna be run is the top is gonna go to the MAC valve, and then to a T, and then it's gonna tee off and go back to here, and the top of the T is going to go to the compressor housing, which is gonna be down here. So here is the MAC valve. So it's gonna come in one side, go out through here to the T, and then that's just a breather. So I was thinking about putting it like up here, it's like tucked away, since don't really need to touch it afterwards, and then keeping all the vacuum just in this area, just running the wires across this loom into the car. So thinking that's what we're gonna end up doing. So right now we have the vacuum plumbed to the boost controller. I'm gonna be putting it probably like right here. So right now I have the vacuum to it. I have the wiring running into the car, but I haven't wired it up yet. But right now, pretty much all the vacuum's done. It comes in from the top of the wastegate into the boost controller. It comes out of the boost controller to a T. Then that T goes to the front of the turbo compressor and then up to here. So that's the layout for that. Probably gonna put a bracket or double-sided tape it here. For right now it's just dangling there. I have the wiring ran through here, as you saw in the video. Goes in through a little grommet there. Well, it was a grommet one day. And here it comes in from up there. So it's gonna be the power. I'm gonna run it to a fuse down here because on the ECU I already have power going. I already have power going to the AFR gauge. So I'm not gonna take more power from that source. And up here, as you see, this is gonna be the signal wire. I have it coming out here so I can solder it outside of the car. So this wire is gonna be the signal focus. This wire here is gonna be the signal wire for the boost controller. Other than that, got the HKS blow valve on. I think this is a fake one. I don't remember. I had one real, one fake. I think this is the fake one. I'm not sure, but gonna be finding a vacuum source for that. That way we can get some on there. Gates there. Gotta get a dump. Gotta get a downpipe. Gonna do oil drain as well. Gonna be tapping into the oil pan right there. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much where the car is sitting right now. I'm looking forward to getting the car finally running to be able to learn how to tune on it, and honestly just have a boosted Honda is all it means about a boosted Honda, and I'm excited to just be able to enjoy it. So if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, let me know down below. Always love to learn and always willing to help. And yeah, guys, next video,
if you guys tune in, we'll be turning the Honda on. Later, guys.